Dobby. Late one night in 2019, Colorado resident Vivian Gomez posted a video of a strange sight her home security camera captured. Internet users were quick to point out the creature has a passing resemblance to everyone's favorite house elf, but this still doesn't explain what it was.
Oh, yes, sir. Dobby understands.
The leading theory is that the figure is Gomez's young son dancing with underwear on his head, and one outlet even enlisted him to recreate the footage to try and put the theory to bed. But even with that, it's still unclear what the figure is. Was it Bobby, Dobby, or something else entirely?
I showed my son, and we were just saying, what the heck is that?
Number 9. The parking lot ghost.
She says she just brushed it off. Now she says she is a firm believer and is going to watch her cameras a little bit more closely.
The Hernandez family was enjoying their evening when Mr. Hernandez spotted something bizarre through the window. He witnessed a pale, blurry shape streaking across the parking lot and went to investigate. Though his wife Brianna didn't see the shape, when they checked the security footage, it was there as clear as day. A ghost. The family wholeheartedly believes the footage is a ghost, potentially of someone's uncle who died in the area some years ago.
And I originally didn't see it. My husband did, and he's the one that was like, was that a person? And then started, saying, no, that couldn't have been.
But even if you don't believe in the supernatural, it's not clear what it could be instead. Was it just a trick of the light or evidence of the paranormal? Number 8. The Garden City Ghost Car. Footage surfaced in 2006 of a suspect vehicle driving clean through a fence in Garden City, Georgia. The footage was captured by the dash cam of a pursuing cop car and shows the car veering off the road and disappearing into the night. By the time the cops managed to turn and follow, they're met only with a chain-link fence. An attempt to debunk the footage by the team of Sci-Fi's Fact or Faked showed that the car could have gone underneath the fence. But the fact remains that even if this is what happened, you still don't see it in the recording. So is this actually what happened?
His final turn, he turns left, fence goes up, goes down, there's a fence.
Completely intact, not even moving.
Number 7. The Rocking Horse Poltergeist. Antique stores are places nobody will be surprised to hear are haunted, and this shop in the UK is no different. When Daniel Parker opened up the Barnsley Antique Centre in England one morning to find a 60s rocking horse on the floor, he examined the CCTV to see what had happened. There on the footage, a few mysterious orbs can be seen drifting at the bottom of the frame, before the rocking horse begins to move on its own and crashes to the floor. Parker claims he's been unable to recreate the falling rocking horse with string, and also that many other paranormal events have happened in the store. Number 6. The Springfield Clowns.
If you're afraid of clowns, it would be alarming.
In 2016, the world was swept up by a spate of creepy clown sightings, and people certainly had reason to be worried. But the sightings began earlier than this, with many reported in the US in 2014. One state hit especially hard was Florida, in particular the Springfield neighborhood in Jacksonville. Compilations of clowns captured on home security cameras reached the internet, with news outlets picking them up. While some suggested the clowns were generally pranking people they knew in real life, since we don't actually know the identities of most of them, it's impossible to say for sure. Were they just Halloween pranksters or something much more sinister? Number 5. Face in the Night. Would you answer the door to a stranger in the middle of the night? Well, the answer to that would likely be no if you saw what was waiting for this individual. Reddit user Fat and Depressed posted an eerie image taken by his security camera with the caption, quote, "Got a notification from my smart home app in the middle of the night saying, your doorbell detected a visitor." Many people in the r/creepy thread were quick to label this a hoax, but when the poster came forward with additional information, including notifications from their security device, they soon changed their tone and pleaded for the OP to call the police. Number 4. Lars Mittanck's disappearance. While on vacation in Bulgaria in 2014, German Lars Mittanck ruptured his eardrum in a fight, stopping him from flying home with his friends. But that extra day in Bulgaria had tragic consequences, as Lars vanished after being filmed on Varna Airport's CCTV running out of the building. His mom said he was acting strangely and claimed he was being followed during a phone call. The airport doctor also reported Mittanck behaving erratically and allegedly said he didn't, quote, want to die. Though there have been sightings of him over the years, none has been verified. But his mom still holds out hope since a body has never been found. Number 3. The Erickson twins.
To see that in front of you, it's traumatic.
Identical twins Ursula and Sabina Erickson made headlines in the UK when they jumped into oncoming traffic on a busy highway. They were filmed by CCTV and by a TV crew that happened to be there filming the British show Motorway Cops. The twins repeatedly launched themselves into oncoming vehicles, damaging the cars and themselves, but they never stopped attacking police and paramedics. Ursula was severely injured, while Sabina was released but soon stabbed a man to death. They were found to have no substances in their systems, and the incidents were put down to a severe case of shared psychosis. But what triggered it remains unknown. Number 2. Missy Beavers' murder. On the 18th of April 2016, fitness instructor Missy Beavers was found tragically murdered in a dance studio at a church in Midlothian, Texas. In an effort to identify her killer, CCTV footage of the assailant was released by police. In it, we see a figure stalking the corridors outfitted in full SWAT gear, though the cops still don't know if the gear was genuine. Stranger yet, while cops believe the killer was already in the building, perhaps carrying out a burglary, nothing was stolen. Despite thousands of tips to the authorities, Beaver's killer has yet to be caught.
During the search, the officers found evidence of forced entry into the building.
Do you think any of these will ever be explained? I feel like with more and more people getting those doorbell cameras, we're just gonna end up with more creepy alien-like creatures showing up in random videos. Anyway, our number 1 is much more nefarious and tragic than that. So let's look at a spooky honorable mention, and then we'll see the creepiest unexplained security footage. The Ohio Clown. Don't answer the door to this creepy clown. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Elisa Lam. In February 2013, the body of Elisa Lam, a Canadian student, was discovered in the water tank on the roof of the Cecil Hotel in Los Angeles after she disappeared. Investigators uncovered unsettling security footage from the elevator, in which Lam was distressed and seemed to be hiding from someone. Officially, it was ruled she had accidentally drowned, but police still had questions. How did she get into the water tank? Why was her phone never found? What was happening in the elevator footage? Lam did have bipolar disorder and was on medication that some say could